Fernando.
Ane, how are you?
Happy, how are you?
I'm doing good. Hi, Zach.
Hello.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Awesome. I'm excited about today. We're gonna be simplifying, breaking down into baby size steps. The amazing information that you covered last time. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Coach Fernando. Hi.
How are you?
Pretty good, bro. Do I call you Fernando?
Yeah.
Tight. It kind of looks like this whole thing is your platform, like the website that this was posted on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And the goal is to make it like a community platform. So, for instance, Ane, she created this this specific training.
Mm-hmm.
So it's her training.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's meant for it to be a community.
Yeah.
I just got it started, but yeah, I'm stepping back little by little and letting folks lead.
Yeah, I think that'll be great, dude. Cool.
That's amazing. I keep sharing it with my friends and I'm like, this is like Facebook, but better because it's uplifting constantly, and still it's got all the things there that Facebook has. Like you can message people, you can go live, it's just so amazing. I'm so grateful, Fernando, you put this together.
Yeah, you're very welcome. It's there. And as soon as you said live, I was like, I haven't gone live yet. So I'm going to calendar right now that I need to start doing that every day, at least for like 2 minutes. And just share like a quote or something, because I think for the people that are available, if they have the notification someone is live, and I think the platform now has about close to 100 members, and out of 100, maybe I think 30 are coaches, therapists, doctors. So whoever's going live, chances are they'll have something good to say.
Yeah.
That it could shift someone's view of the day they're about to have, or they're creating. So I'm going to do that right now. Let me put something on my calendar here so I can start using that live function. And I believe anyone can go live. I haven't tested it yet for anyone else, but if everyone here is there already, please test and just share something. And
talking about going live, I tried before to share my Zoom live feed on the Daily Freedom School Facebook page, and it worked. And now once I'm in and everyone's in the room here and I go to more and I go live on Facebook, it's not working for some reason. So let me just
what's the message you get?
figure that. Oh, now it's working again. Okay, hello.
Robots.
Yeah, here we go. Share to a page. Let me just get that up and running. Yeah, so we're going to be broadcasting live now on Daily Freedom School in about 1 minute, as soon as it starts the feed.
Yay. I just got the notification here that being live stream.
Cool.
Welcome everyone who is getting this on Facebook. We're here with Ane, who's going to be teaching us today about step 1 of about 10 steps in her methodology of how to have the premium seat in the movie theater of your life. And last week it was just amazing, Ane, what you shared with us last week. And I had asked you to today maybe start with 1. So for the people that took the fire hose of information that you imparted in about 30 minutes, that if you could take maybe the first 3 minutes and and practice that, I think it would be super valuable for people like me that sometimes need to hear things 10 times, 100 times
Mm.
for it to click and make sense. So but first I just remembered the 3 breaths. So how about we get started with 3 breaths
Yes.
as a group? All right, so let's exhale all the air out. And inhale through the nose. And exhale, ha. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, ha. Inhale through the nose. Biggest inhale of the day. And exhale, ha. Move your head side to side. Shake it yes, shake it no. Move your shoulders. And open your eyelids when you're ready.
Yeah.
Ane,
So,
please take it away. What's step number 1?
step number 1, I think for this session here, because we're going to break down into 10 sessions. Denise isn't with us today, so I guess next time. And as people join, I think the first most important thing is to hear from everyone where they're at, because this is going to be like, meeting you at your level, even though we need to remember there aren't any levels, because we're going to be this infinite awareness that's in the premium seats in the back. At the relative level, we also have to be really honest with ourselves and be able to verbalize and claim where we're at. So one of the things I noticed, we had this beautiful retreat over the weekend, and Matt Senna and brother Zach down here were both there. One of the things I'd like to make clear is that when we're speaking, we want to be able to say the word I instead of saying you. And I think you brought it up last week as well, Fernando. I noticed and just observed all these beautiful people. One thing I observed was that sometimes they would tell a story like, oh, those situations when you don't feel like a good mother. But what that person maybe really needs from a non-dual perspective is to actually own that and say, you know what? I feel like I'm not being a good mother. So just keeping this in the back of our minds as we continue through these sessions, to always, this is a safe space where we can be very open and vulnerable. And this is what this work takes. It's for us to be very courageous and share truly from our hearts how we're feeling. And always remember to claim that pain, because we're going to blow it, into nothingness and experience this beautiful infinite awareness that we always speak of here. That knows no pain, nothing can ever be given to it, added to it, taken away from it. We are incredibly perfect as we are right now. But we're going to step through this journey of seeming suffering together, seeming anxiety, to actually recognize that, to experience that in our very being. It's an experiential thing. And yeah, I look forward to it. So I guess I'd like to hear from people where they would consider themselves to be at this moment in terms of your spiritual journey, so that we can take these classes and go from there. And then hopefully next week, I know there's a few people watching us on Facebook right now. If you can type in the chat where you're at. And yeah, we can meet you where you're at. So let's hear from Zach. What would you verbalize where you're at in your spiritual journey and with non-duality?
Do you hear Zach? Not yet. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Now yes, I
All
hear.
right.
Yes.
Can you hear me? All right. Yeah. We just didn't want any reverb, so I was using the headphones. So. Um, yeah, I'm just sort of rediscovering giving myself the time to go within and quiet my mind a bit more than I have, because I tend to be really busy, and then when I'm not busy, I'm tired. But I'm intending to set more time aside to go deeper and to see, what I've been neglecting in my life that needs to be attended to, so that I can have a more free of anxiety and pain and worry, and just have more peace in my life.
Mm.
Thank you for sharing.
Mm.
Cheetah.
Want to say it's pronounced Chitta, as far as my understanding of the name I've adopted.
One more time, please.
Chitta.
Chitta.
Yeah, it's from
Chitta.
the Sat Chit Ananda.
Yep.
I've never heard it cheat, Sat Chit Ananda. So I think I'm right. I sort of had an explosive type awakening, and I'm like, years of calming down, and that still feels like the work. And yeah, that has manifested itself in um, blame feelings dropping away, and I'm learning about you know what causes things to happen the way they happen, and learning more like understanding as opposed to forgiveness. It's like more so that the whenever it successfully happened, the blame like just disappears without like me making a statement, or it's like, oh, okay, like I get why things happen the way they happen, more so like than forgiving something. um so that's a thought that comes to mind. And a bit more practical note, uh um exactly what Zach said, calming down. Just, yeah, because like then I work better if I want to work. So really, that's the ticket.
Wonderful. And what kind of work do you like doing? What have you been doing lately?
Yeah, it's volunteer at the moment. It's a little sketchy, but I like what this is a lot, and I have the opportunity to become like a journalist type, which gets into that whole understanding why things happen, more or less. So it's the Life Force Network, which is new, and it literally just launched today, and it's been like a couple months of trying to get it up and running. But it is totally a conspiracy theorist network, except it's not controlled opposition. You know, we hope. I like the leadership, and the key difference is we actually talk about solutions. There's a lot of conspiracy theory shows out there that just really, they don't give you solutions, which is absurd. If you're talking the truth, man. A lot of health solutions type stuff. So I like have a website with the health tools that I do, and make a little bit from that. But I scan brain waves. No, I don't scan brain waves. I just get the files and I go through, and I literally am like a paid robot, because literally the robot that I like kind of work with like does the same job that I do, just a bit more sloppy. So if they like paid for a better AI, I like would be out of a job. Uh, just if the wavelengths are out of this range, then they need to be gotten rid of, because they're not brain. They're too electrically intense for it to be brain originated, although they register in the brain, like a movement of a hand, or even a blink is like a way more electrical signal than something that was like a brainwave generated, or a brain generated brainwave. Which is fairly interesting when you consider like the brain and keeping the body still. It definitely is the biggest electrical signal registered by the brain, the movements of the body, yeah, as opposed to like thinking or whatever it takes to keep the body running from a brain. Yeah, isn't that cool?
It is pretty cool. And since today was going to be a short session, love to learn more at a different call. Um, and thanks for being here today. In the next 14 minutes that we have here together as a group, what would you like to have happen so you are happy with your time here today? What would be an ideal outcome for you to get out of the session today? And cheers to that drink.
Oh, thank you, sir. I actually thought you were talking to an A. Yeah, this whole relaxation thing seems to be a constant affirmation in a way of it's okay to stop. So that's the message I want to hear.
Amazing. Awesome. How about you? So relaxation for Cheetah. Cheetah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wonderful. How about you, Zach? What would you like to get out of this session today in the next 13 minutes or so for you to be happy with the time spent?
Well, I'm feeling pretty good at the moment. I'm feeling pretty relaxed. We just made a really strong, potent tea. And what I could get out of this session would be maybe it would be more hardwired the process to step outside of myself so that I can find deeper relaxation.
Hardwire, step out yourself, find deeper relaxation. So Cheetah and Zach both share similar goals there, relaxation. I'll join on that one. And
Okay.
Anae, please lead the way for step
Alrighty.
one.
So step one would be, I know Matt also knew, he's aware of the meditation we did last week. We did it at the retreat. So if you guys, when you start noticing, because I think we're all at this level now where we can notice when we get removed from our peaceful center. We've all shared where we're at, and I think there's a lot of similarities here. So you seem to me, Matt, Zach, Fernando, at that level where you might get triggered, but you're aware of it. So you notice quickly, like, oh, I'm feeling anxious, or I'm feeling restless, or I'm, these things. And that's a great place to be. And if we refer back to last week's session about infinite awareness, it would just be to take this short meditation that I'm going to be saying right now to get you back into the premium seat. Because if you feeling a little bit anxious or restless and you want to be really standing still, because what you are is already relaxed. When that anxiety comes, go, okay, I am knowing the experience of anxiety. This is back in the premium seat here. Because what happens is, usually in most cases, the anxiety will come and we will want to be in the middle row. And we're stuck in the middle row of being attached to that character in the middle row of the cinema. And we're getting all wound up with sensations of anxiety, like I can feel it in my belly, now it's going up to my chest, now my breathing is out of sync now. So yeah, if this is a really cool analogy for the rest of the week, if we can as best remain in that premium seat, and then if we feel this sense of being moved and also sort of wanting to step away from this beautiful place of restfulness and standing still, and we're sort of feel like we're starting to exist now in a body, remember, for the rest of this week, we're going to be conscious and we're going to go, okay, I'm stepping back now, back to the premium seat, and I'm going to watch. And I'm actually going to enjoy everything that is taking place. this, what I would have called negative anxiety, I'm just going to let it flow and watch it. And maybe you'd even start giggling at this, this new sense of, oh my God, I can just go back there and be cool. I'm standing still. What I really am is restful. So, and I'm just watching the character get all animated by something that it might have watched on the movie in the foreground, getting maybe caught up in the drama on the screen. So if we can remember these levels of shifting between the screen, the character sitting in the middle with all the sensations, thoughts, images, feelings, relationships, remember that places in the back is what you always are. And yeah.
Wonderful. I was giggling because I just start realizing how ludicrous it was for me in the past to take my body into and make it suffer, like taking ownership and responsibility. Like, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't choose that. Like, that's self-inflicting right there.
Yeah, I mean, you can if you want to. I'm not demanding, but usually people make this shift because it's the end of suffering, brother. Hey.
Yeah. What is coming up for you, Chita? What's opening up for you?
I had something that I left. Oh, 1 second. I'll get it. Oh, yes. The eyes actually see from the back of the head. What NA is talking about has nothing to do with the body, but the eyes reflect the truth. Sorry, the body reflects the truth. It is born of the truth, nourished and sustained by the truth. So let's look at it. Maybe we get some hints. The back of the head has the visual cortex. Literally, like, people feel like they're like seeing from here, and it's physiologically not true. They are seeing from back here, and my hand right now is touching the vision of the view that I have. So is there a self between my hand and the vision? Not at all. It's literally about the thickness of a skull between where the vision is happening and my freaking hand. So it's like, where's the self in the head? I love that one. And so this relates to premium seat in the back. There's a physiological correlate to why this back feeling is less personal. The frontal cortex is where all that processing and the sense of personal doership, I think, is. And then the vision, and I think yogis in the yogic tradition, India, the word vision, that vision or sight is the only true sense. Like, all the senses are seen, and at the very least, the eyes are the only visible part of the nervous systems. And it's a common use of language to say, I see what you mean. So at the very least, vision's a big deal. And that relates to what I was talking about, I guess. How it relates to Anae's premium seat in the back. Because, technically non-duality, right? Like, awareness is over there too, Anae. but there's this huge physiological vision-based thing to where, like, sitting in the back, also your posture and everything. I love it. I'm totally for it.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. And you're right. We're taking non-dual teachings into bite-sized pieces. So this part is leading, if we can use a symbol, the vertical axis up to Godhead. And then later, when everyone's firmly established there, we're going to come back down and, collapse that separation. Back seat, front seat, really the same thing. Yeah, that's where we're going.
Yeah, that's the process, right? Like, I talked about explosive awakening and the process of calming down. Yeah, man. Like, I wouldn't have woke up if I tried to do it bottom up. Woke up to infinite awareness. I really wouldn't have if I tried to do it bottom up. I would have gotten stuck with feeling pretty darn good with getting all my ducks in a row in my life, you know? It's taken decades to do so. You know, you really kind of need to, and then, yeah. I mean, if you want to get into what we're talking about. Anyway, I'll stop rambling.
Yeah.
Agreed,
Just
sister.
getting to this new understanding and then grounding it back down on how to live in the world, and keep a job and not have to run around and tell your family, oh, nothing exists. So, you know, no, it's very gracefully coming back down to seem to exist here. Yeah.
I did a little of that, not too much. I didn't call myself God. I'm proud of that.
Well, very humble.
Zach, I'd like to hear from Zach. Zach, what has opened up for you?
Opened up for me in terms of since
a few minutes ago, since before Ane shared the distinction, or reminded us of the distinction as it relates to anxiety, in your wish to have relaxation. Not just in the moment, since you had, you know, you're pretty relaxed right now, but I mean, how do you see yourself applying a deeper level of relaxation on your day to day?
Just more consistently operating from that awareness of unattachment, and knowing, I don't know, for me it's a faith in perfection, and that everything I'm seeing and experiencing is myself, an awareness of myself, and choosing what I want to focus on rather than the seeming distractions, even though they're just maybe messages or lessons in disguise of what I, you know, desire subconsciously, or what I'd like to, what I need to overcome. So I'm open, and I willing to look at it differently.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, thank you for your share. I just wrote PS on my hand because I need to have this reminder on me, like, at all times. So I was like, how do I draw a premium seat?
I thought you said BS.
I need to pronounce my P's better. Yeah, so PS, premium seat. I can see already t-shirts being printed with that. Ane.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Cool. Ane, so how about you help us wrap up? We have a few seconds left.
All right. Yeah. Let's.
I just wanted to tell you, Eddie was using the premium seat to like go there just spontaneously in the car when we weren't even like, I didn't even bring up non-duality first. So yeah, I clicked for Eddie. Yeah.
Yes. Eddie was another member at Retreat, Fernando.
Well, I'm glad he didn't crash the car.
Yeah, right. Right. Same, bro. Yeah, dude, we freaking did it all the way from Portland to Kansas, and didn't crash, and we're in the non-duality. Look at that.
Right. You can successfully live in this state in the world. Yeah, it seems. That's for sure. So yeah, to wrap it up.
May I bring something up that for the folks that may be watching this for the first time, or may have never heard the term non-duality, next week we're going to share a few moments to really break it down to what it means, the term non-duality, just for folks that might be wondering what that means. So tune in next week, and we'll cover that right in the beginning of the call. Go ahead, Ane.
Yeah, and also another note, what we're talking about here can be used as a meditation, and you can view that. I'm going to upload last week's lesson to the Daily Freedom School Facebook page and to the Daily Freedom School platform, which is dailyfreedomschool.com. You can view that if you're a new member and you want to join next week, just so we can all be on the same page. It's about a 40-minute meditation. And again, if you're feeling anxious, you can use this and listen to it before bed or whenever you need to. it seems like this group has been so great. You're not even struggling at this point with forgiving because you know what true forgiveness is. And it's just been such a wonderful session. So, yeah, we're just understanding what this premium seed is all about and trying to stay in there as much as possible. So I wish you guys a great week. And yeah, just stay in that premium seat. I look forward to next week and to talk more about goals and more Q&A for any questions you might have. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Q&A.
Thank you, Anae.
Welcome.
Q&A.
Yep. All right. See you guys next week. And invite your
See you
friends,
later.
share, like, comment, post your questions below, and we'll cover them next week. Till next time. Bye bye for now.
Bye.